All-Star Weekend live from Shanghai, China. It's time for the 2v2 skills competition finals between the North American LCS All-Stars Doublelift and Special, the Korean LCL All-Stars Prey and Mad Life.
So here's a recap of the rules. Each player gets up to 3 bans, and then blind picks, not 3 blind picks, of course, 2 in the 2v2, which means that mirror mashers and 2 Shens are possible.
When the All-Stars spawn in the Magma Chamber, each player gets 475 gold to spend before the creeps come out to play after 30 seconds. The first 2v2 squad to take down a tower, kill 100 creeps, or get 2 kills wins. It's easy as that.
All right, so officially, let's meet the players here in the blue corner, representing the Korean LCL All-Stars. At AD carry, it's Prey, and at support, it's Mad Life.
And in the red corner, representing the North American LCS All-Stars, at AD carry, we'll have Doublelift, and at support, it's going to be X Special.
All right, guys, who do you expect to see from these 2 duos coming into this match? We saw huge aggression from Doublelift and X Special, and then, you know, Prey Mad Life's game was still pretty aggressive, but a little more lax.
And it'll be really interesting to see if they want to really reveal too much coming in, if they're going to go with straight-up AD carries and supports again, because they're going to be playing each other in the second semifinal right after the skills matchup, pretty much. Yeah,
that's the really interesting thing about this. It's a bit of a precursor coming into that semifinal of the team tournament. So I'm not sure. Obviously, it's a completely different kettle of fish at the same time, but I'm interested to see what they go for, whether we see, you know, the standard AD carry and a support lane, or whether they're going to go for something funky in this one.
We'll have to see if they can upset the apple cart.
The apple cart, what was that, kettle full of fish? I think
kettle of fish. I think that's a very British thing to say, actually.
Maybe a little bit, but, oh man, I think we're going to be into this game in just a second. I think X Special wasn't able to chat.
Yeah.
So that's pretty key. I don't know if we're going to see if someone's going to break away from AD carry support. I think it's going to be Prey and Mad Life. Just because Doublelift and X Special had the fastest 2v2 win, actually the fastest first Magma Chamber win we saw, winning on the second creep wave, I think, like a minute and 30
Varus
seconds
and
in the game.
Was it Varus Lulu?
It was definitely Varus something.
Yeah.
We should have known that.
We could go for that one. But we'll see what comes out today. Obviously, we saw some strong performances yesterday in the 1v1s as well. How do you think, you know, 2v2 is obviously a different game to 1 versus 1. Do you still see places for the likes of Nunu in there?
Maybe. If you could get something very similar to Nunu, like what would combo with that? Because we saw Nunu was just a giant jerk in the 1v1, so as made PDD shave his head. Not exactly. PDD was having that battle with someone else.
Batted, yeah.
You can say that Soaz is what made that happen. Nunu with something else that could add crazy sustain. I haven't figured out what it is yet. I don't know if there's anything as obnoxious as Nunu, though.
So, for example, a Nunu Caitlyn, but, you know, full AP Nunu. So you can have the Blood Boil in there for Caitlyn, and you can be the annoyance that Nunu, you know, naturally is.
I would say Nunu York if the ghouls didn't just give CS to the team. It would be probably the 2 biggest jerks, but the Caitlyn Nunu would actually be pretty good, but that's, again, a standard lane.
That's true. We are in the picks and bans now, as you can see on your screen. Prey Mad Life versus Doublelift and X Special as we enter in the Magma Chamber.
I wonder if they're messing with Doublelift there by banning Draven. Because this happened before against Doublelift as well. The other team banned Draven. It's only because Doublelift called him trash so much during the LCS. I think that's a subtle troll.
Well, yesterday we saw a lot of Draven bans coming in. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we've seen Draven constant bans here.
Yeah.
And that's just because, you know, if he hits level 2 before you, you're in a lot of trouble right away.
Yeah, he would just run you down, catch his axes, and kill you. The only thing I actually saw once was when Draven was given up, and I think it was Link played a Vayne against it and just never let him catch an axe. Anytime he's running towards his axe, he just condemn him back. But the Draven ban definitely makes the most sense.
And the 2v2s definitely show us a lot of, not different bans, but there's no Annie here, there's no Elise coming out like there has been. The Quinn is going to
carry bans.
So yeah, mostly 80 carries and the thresholds. So Blitz is still there.
Wow, Jarvan and Twitch the possibility here. So we saw a Jarvan yesterday, which was another fast game. That was the one that I think the second fastest game.
Toys.
1 minute and 52 seconds it was in the end.
That was ridiculous.
It was really great because Jarvan was kind of pushed back and we were thinking, what's Jarvan going to do?
How's he going to do this?
Boom, kill him. He's going to do that.
2 flag tosses in a row and the death. We have seen Twitch a few times. It gives you a little bit of the element of surprise, but once you use that, it's kind of all in on the team fight. So it's only like a here or there. We'll see if they can use it accordingly.
Yeah, Prey is sat with teleport right now. We should mention that because you can use every summoner spell here. Some of them, though, are what we'd call, I think, useless at this point because teleport, no need for it. You can walk back to the lane, a barrier, ignite, and exhaust. something else is what we'll see in that one. On the other side, it looks like we're going to have a Twitch and an Annie.
We definitely have the 2 Twitches locked in. Jarvan just got locked as well. So that is a super aggro game. This entirely is going to be a super aggro game now that X Special's picked Annie as well. So I love that these guys have both went for slightly unconventional teams.
Locking these in, we are going to be getting underway here on the Magma Chamber. Prey and Madlife versus Doublelift and X Special, as we look to really dwindle down the 2v2 All-Stars.
Man. So who's going to get first blood? I don't know.
Well, don't forget those rules in there. First blood doesn't give you a win in 2v2. You need 2 kills. That can be, one after the other, or 2 kills onto the same guy a little bit later on. But we expected that 2v2 might be a little bit slower, but I guess sorry, not Chaos, X Special and Doublelift, that's just force of habit right now, just proved us wrong with that one. 1 minute, and I think it was 42 seconds that they managed to record that in. On 147.
Yeah, and we have to remember that the Prey and Madlife game went pretty much the distance. It was 11 minutes at 99 minion kills. They killed the turret. So there was almost every winning condition satisfied. But Doublelift and X Special went completely all in. And just based on the fact that we see 2 Twitches plus aggressive supports, I don't think this one's going to be that long at all. And the Elixir buy to the Doran. So there's a bit of a safety in that all in. They're more powerful with those red elixirs right now if they got a level 1 or level 2 all in.
And they actually took an interesting route here around the side, getting themselves early on into that brush. X Special has charged his stun up here, which could be crucial coming forward. Madlife and Prey, though, are going to show themselves no early attack. So flag toss first for Madlife. I don't think he really has aggression until level 2. X Special started with his W, so he's going to try to charge up a stun. He actually has it right now already energized. If he can get a stun, it would let Doublelift get like a huge early trade at level 1, and they might even try to kill at level 2. So both of these guys might go all in real soon. Yeah, that was a great choice by X Special, because it's the AoE part of the stun, so they can lock down both of those guys. And there is a stun coming down, Prey. Deciding not to follow up in that one. Jarvan was off to the left-hand side, and I think Doublelift a little bit wary about pushing it. And he's taken so much harass, plus having no health potions. If he gets all in here, it could be a little bit sketchy.
Special trying to still charge up these spells. He's already down to half. He didn't do that on the fountain. And it's just going to be Madlife Prey farming it out right onto Doublelift. This could be the first kill. Barriers, exhaust on both sides. Doublelift very low. There is 1 kill. Prey be able to walk out of this one alive. No, the auto attack and a 1-for-1.
And that's pretty much the sketchy play we thought, but he stuck it out long enough, and they're still going. This could be it.
Oh my gosh. Madlife's going in there, and X Special is going to go down. And well, overextend, you can see there, X Special hand on face. Bit of a facepalm moment for him. Went a little bit too far in there. And the Korean side able to pick it up. Prey and Madlife, the winners of the 2v2 skills competition.
We saw the Jarvan yesterday. It only took 2 flag tosses in that game. That was his next one there.
And X Special didn't bring the barrier, which actually was really key in him not being able to escape the Jarvan all in at the end. A little bit of disappointment there from Doublelift and X Special, but at least it was over quickly.
Makes it a little less painless, maybe not.
I'm not sure.
What was the actual timer on it?
158.
Okay, so 10 seconds. They lasted 10 seconds longer than their semi-final opponents managed to do. So I suppose that's a bonus, if you can call it that one. But that, of course, is going to be the bottom lane, or the 2v2 matchup that we're going to see in our next team game as well.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to be seeing Annie and Jarvan. So maybe
I very much doubt that.
Maybe not. The Twitch is actually something we could see a lot of. I'm surprised both of them left it. Nice walk across the stage.
Great camaraderie. We've heard it from the players. We've seen it all around, the camaraderie, everybody learning from each other, and it is a good handshake after all these matches.
Well, we just saw them go back. I think the Koreans actually walked back off the stage there as well. So fantastic 2v2, and we're going to be moving here shortly into the Rumble in the Jungle. And this is one that everyone's really excited to see.
Yes. Let's see. The blind pick Lee Sin. They've promised it, but there are no official rules binding these guys into both picking Lee Sin. We could definitely see a little bit of tomfoolery if they decided not to go for it.
All right, we will have to. So now it's time to turn our attention to the second skill competition finals of the day and the battle to be crowned King of the Jungle.
And just a reminder, if it wasn't obvious here, that it only takes 1 kill to win the 1v1 competition finals. So in this match, as well as in the top and mid lane contest, it's first blood, first tower, or first 200 CS.
Yep, so now let's meet the players on the blue side. Representing the European LCS All-Stars, it's Diamond.
And the red side, we're going to have representing Korea, it will be Insec.
All right, and everyone has been looking forward to this showdown because most people consider these guys to be the 2 best junglers in the world, and this is also voted by their region, so this really is the thought of the world.
And based on how Insect did previously, his Lee Sin was out of this world, which probably has a big say on why Diamond wants to 1v1 him against Lee Sin, because this is all Diamond has left in this tournament.
Well, let's talk about Diamond's Lee Sin, because when he first came into the spotlight all the way back in the day as before Moscow 5, then as Empire even, you know, he was an incredible Lee Sin player. It was banned so much against him that he actually stopped playing Lee Sin.
And if you let your Lee Sin mechanics slide just for a little bit, we've heard a lot of these players talk about it, you kind of just lose the groove that you get into. It's such a flow champion with really important skill shots to land. So Diamond's putting a little bit of his, if they go 1v1 Lee Sin, reputation here as Lee Sin on the line, because he hasn't played it much and it's by choice.
And this has to be getting under his skin because they allowed them to have it twice in the game. So it's almost like within the game they played the team match, he was like, let's see if you can do it again. And he did. So this is Diamond's chance to get back.
And I mean, Leona ban, they got to be going for it. They do not care about these bans.
Yes!
Come on, lock it in, Diamond.
Well, that was kind of easy, wasn't it? Insect Light straight in there, no problem. Diamond's still hanging around. I think the crowd cheer behind us kind of gave away what's going to be happening in this one. But as Riv said, they did agree to it. We did get him to sign a little bit of paper and say we promise to play Lee Sin to the best of our abilities in this 1v1 grand final showdown. Diamond, he's going to run the clock down here, taking a bit of time just to, you know, get himself mentally
Giving the viewers
prepared.
a sweat.
Yeah.
I want to try to check out just randomly if they have different Lee Sin runes or master runes. I'm trying to find Insect because he's locked in. This is probably it. He's got random 3.8 armor pen, 12 AD, 13 armor, and then 7.5% cooldown reduction, plus 21 offense and 9 defense. And this is probably maybe why Diamond is just locked in as well. He's got way different 19 armor, 1 crit rune for 1% crit chance, 10% attack speed, 2 AD, and 6% life speed. And his rune page is called Troll. So maybe that's not the real one. And then his masteries are 14, 16.
Should have looked at the name before you read it out.
I think Jat's going to look at my rune page during this game. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And there we go. So we are going to be loading into this one. Insect versus Diamond, the matchup everybody has been waiting for. We saw him with teams yesterday, but we'll take out all the extenuating circumstances. Now it's them.
Mano a mano in the magma chamber.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here.
This thing is going to be crazy. This is what we were all wanting to see. If we, you know, hands on heart, it was Insect versus Diamond that everyone wanted to see, and with Lee Sin, and that's exactly what we're going to get from this one. Summoners, Jat, run us through them.
So with the barrier, it's just the big difference between the exhaust. I think there's more baiting potential from Diamond, and he has gone for the Troll rune page. He does have the 1% crit chance in this game. It was legitimate.
Well, Troll has become the new name of some players if they don't like Clear Love, but we'll see how they can work it out. Insect versus Diamond as they begin. The minions have met, and so have they in middle. The cripple goes down. It looks like they will start with the same abilities.
Yeah, interesting that they're not trying to land any Qs early. I think they're just taking it a little bit slow. The red elixir versus the cloth almost tells me Diamond wants to hold out a little bit, or he just feels like since he's went armor and runes and armor now, he's sitting on 59 armor. And considering Insect only has 9 armor penetration, he's not doing huge amounts of damage to Diamond.
It's Diamond finishing off that first wave. That puts him 2 CS in the lead, which Insect should surely be bringing back from this one, and may even get a lead. So there you just see the CS from a wave apiece.
Missed one, he's got the lead. Come on now, 1v1 Lee Sin.
All right, this really proves if you have an edge of the lead who can hold it, it's testing these guys to the top best of their abilities.
They're just punching each other right now. I'm waiting to see the skill shards start flying out, but they're just going all in right now. There's a Q.
Very exhaustic knife.
And it's going to go in for this one, not going to push in underneath the turret as Diamond walks back out here and decides, you know what, Insect actually hurts me right now. I need to be a little bit wary of what I'm going to go for as he goes back in there again. Insect going to go back and forth, and this is going to be one of those, I've got a feeling, as one of those split-second games where it just all of a sudden all turns. They are going to go in once again.
This could be it.
There it is, Diamond in.
Oh, first blood at 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
It was the red elixir. It was the bully of the health, the bully of the damage. It didn't matter what they were.
And it was the skill order, because Diamond picked Shield second, whereas Insect picked Q second, and he got the execute because they fought at level 2 instead of level 3, which I think is what Diamond would have wanted.
Very well played. They asked for it, they got it, and Insect will come out on top.
Yeah, Diamond saying, of course, the body language is great from like, well, you know, it happens sometimes. I'll be back, though, at some point in the near future to haunt you with my Lee Sin. That's it. Diamond's now going to practice up for his next.
They're going to go play in the back
they
a
end
few more
up playing
times.
against Insect. He's going to be like, I am going to be playing Lee Sin in that game. That is for sure.
And you can see that this was an absolute learning experience for everyone involved. Different things were leveled, different things were purchased. These guys have had times to go at each other. They're teammates in All-Star 1v1s. But for these guys, they went different paths, and it mattered.
Totally different paths. Not only items different, skill order different, runes and masteries different. So they all had their own theory on what Lee Sin was supposed to be building in a 1v1.
Yeah.
Apparently, Insect's theory wins the day. He managed to pick up, of course, that first blood.
Also mentioning that, you know, Lee Sin is, like you said, one of those champions you can kind of just pull out. You got to be fluent on him. He's the champion that flows. And Insect was hitting all of those Qs and really doing it. He'd cripple the minion and kind of sneak one in there, get a lot of poke damage to start.
Yeah, the slow range on the second activation of E is actually really long, and it allowed him to land some of those Qs on Diamond. But Diamond didn't even get a chance to show his Lee Sin mechanics because he didn't even level up his skill shots yet.
All right. So we've already seen 2 amazing skill competition finals, and when we return, Europe's Soaz and Korea's Shy step into the Magma Chamber to battle for the top lane title. The 2013 League of Legends All-Star Weekend live from Shanghai, China. We'll be right back. Stick around.